recall nung ako'y nasa local government, nasa LGU, ang continuing program, sinahayaan ng COMELEC na tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang pamimigay. Kapag election, exempted talaga yan. Ano ang basehan para ma-exempt ang isang programa?
Kasi po, Madam Chair, as far as the COMELEC is concerned, when it comes to the implementation of certain programs, it is really the executive department that shall determine how and who should benefit. Hindi po para pakialaman po, Madam Chair ng Commission. Kaya lang, we will have to see to it that it will not be used for purposes of electioneering or abuse of state resources in order to promote the candidacy of a candidate. Kaya po dun nga po sa aming conditions, isa sa mga conditions namin, at total sinabi rin naman ng kalihim ng DSWD that there should be no politicians or candidates during the distribution of the ayuda. Nilagay din po natin yun as one of the condition. But
about this rather controversial program, the AKAP program. So we are tackling today the resolution that we filed in the effort to understand exactly what has come to pass with regard to this resolution. And in fact, we have already certain questions regarding the post-enactment congressional measure prohibited by Belgica versus Ochoa, limiting it in particular that congressional oversight should be limited, and the apparent violation of the separation of the executive and the legislative. And it is very, very clear that Article 7, Section 11 vests the executive power solely on the president. Article 6, Section 1, the legislative power is also very clear-cut, outlining the power of the purse that belongs solely to the legislative, but thereafter ends once the budget has been formulated. In the 2024 General Appropriations Act, 26.7 billion was introduced by Congress during the bicameral conference for a new program called AKAP to provide assistance to minimum wage earners under the category of low income. Thereafter, it became one of the main points of contention, and it was very clear during the hearing on September 16 of 2024 in the discussion for the GAA of 2025. Secretary Gatchalian, who's unfortunately not with us today, made it very clear that there would be no AKAP. He further explained that for this coming budget, referring to 2025, what we ask is to augment AIX. We figured that that is the program that everybody knows, and we opted to ask for our Tier 2 an augmentation of our AIX. Upon our insistent interpellation, they added from the DSWD and the Secretary himself that that is why part of our committee amendments on the DSWD is that all amendments increasing the budget of the AIX program or other similar social protection programs, such as AKAP, should be included in a single unified program. End of quote. So I believe that today, it has become very urgent to understand the actual situation with regard to AKAP. The president, after signing the budget, has also, in his veto message, clarified to ensure that government assistance is not a provisional solution to a persistent issue. I am compelled to subject the implementation to the convergence of the DSWD, DOLE, the NEDA, geared towards strategic interventions leading to the long-term improvement of the lives of qualified beneficiaries. And guarding against the misuse, duplicative, and fragmented benefits. In this regard, the implementation of AKAP shall be in strict compliance with pertinent laws, rules, regulations, jurisprudence, and in accordance with guidelines to be issued jointly by DSWD, DOLE, and NEDA, so that clearly this conditional implementation is the injunction of the executive. I think DBM through the secretary also indicated that more safeguards would be introduced in the said guidelines, including the use of national ID cards. Thereafter, it was reported that no political paraphernalia would be allowed. And the DSWD outlined the proposed safeguards. We are aware also that the COMELEC has exempted from the election ban approximately 27, I believe, programs of the DSWD, among which are AKAP. So that we would like, therefore, an update and a clear delineation of all that has occurred and the guidelines, indeed, to make certain that the safeguards required by the conditional implementation, as well as the guarantee of the judicious use of public funds, should be upheld. So with that, we now proceed with the public hearing, and we would like to first hear perhaps from the chairman of the COMELEC. We welcome Chairman Garcia. And the simple question is, are you in receipt at the COMELEC of the guidelines for AKAP?
Umaga po, Madam Chair, at sa mga importanteng panauhin ngayong araw na to. We have yet to receive, Madam Chair, the guidelines as promised by the Secretary of the SWD. In the December 19, 2024 letter addressed to yours truly by the DSWD requesting for exemption on the ban on social services to be effective 45 days before the election. In the approval of such a request for exemption, we included there as one of the conditions that the DSWD should submit to the Commissioner election the guidelines as publicly promised and pronounced by the DSWD, so that the exemption will be effective beginning 45 days or March 28 before the elections. And so, Madam Chair, the first request involving AYUDA or AKAP AYUDA sa Kapos Angkita program at that time involved only 882 million. But on January...
When was that? If you could just
it was, the letter was December 19, 2024.
Okay.
But on January 16, 2025, another letter was received by yours truly. This time, this is a supplement to the original request, again containing a request for exemption of AKAP, and the amount this time is 12,633,600,000. As of this time, Madam Chair, I have not acted on such a request simply because I am waiting for the guidelines as committed, because doon nga po sa una, wala pa po yung guidelines. Doon sa unang in-approve natin na 882 million. So I cannot act on the second request until and unless there is that guidelines issued by the DSWD.
Are you saying, Chair, that you acted on the first request of the 882 million?
Yes, Madam Chair, but subject to the conditions enumerated therein. One of the conditions that yours truly had written in the exemption was the submission of the guidelines as publicly committed by the Secretary.
Yes. You are also fully aware, I'm certain, Mr. Chair, of the conditional implementation imposed by the veto message of the President.
Fully aware, Madam Chair. That's the reason why the grant of the exemption was likewise conditional, in the sense that there were several conditions enumerated in the grant of the exemption. So since the time that I received the second letter, which was January 16, yours truly have not acted on that request for exemption, because I had been waiting for the guidelines to be issued by the DSWD.
Ano ang kahuli-hulihang araw na maaring matanggap ang guidelines? Kasi March 28 pa yung binabanggit ninyo, pero alam naman natin sa 8 araw na lamang mag-uumpisa na rin yung national. So hindi po ba yung February 11 ang guiding date dyan?
Hindi po, Madam Chair. Sa ating pong Omnibus Election Code, ang prohibition sa public works, including ang social services, 45 days before the election. So doon pa lang po actually yun ang gray area sapagkat magsisimula na po yung national campaign and yet the prohibition will be in effect pa by 45 days before the election.
So kung sakaling matapos yung AKAP guidelines ngayon, ang ibig po ninyo sabihin, tuloy-tuloy ang pamimigay nito February 11 hanggang March 28, palibasa hindi siya sakop ng 45 days ban.
Technically, yes, Madam Chair. Sa kasalukuyan, hindi pa po siya covered ng prohibition and therefore hindi pa rin applicable yung pong ating exemption with conditions as contained in the exemption given by the Commissioner of Elections.
Ano yung iba't ibang mga additional safeguards na sinasabi? May nabanggit ba sa inyo? Pagkat yun din, baka naman may binanggit sa sulat. Yung dalawang sulat na natanggap ng COMELEC.
Wala naman po, Madam Chair, na mga binanggit doon. Kaya po nilagay namin sa one of the conditions are the following. That the exemption is prospective in application. That it shall not in any manner influence the conduct of the May 12, 2025 national and local elections and parliamentary elections. That it shall not involve any distribution of AIX to individual or AIX from May 2, 2025 to May 12, 2025. Because at that time, Madam Chair, may resolution po ang Commission on Elections prior to the request that AIX shall be absolutely prohibited 10 days before the elections. Wala pa po kaming alam kasi sa AKAP kasi bagong programa po yung AKAP. We are now contemplating of including even AKAP sa absolute prohibition sa 10 days before the election and such other ayuda program so that it will not be used for purposes of abuse of state resources.
Napakadami ng in-exempt po ninyo rito. Yung 4Ps ongoing naman, yung SLP, napakarami nito. Yung iba rito, nagmumukhang AX din at nagmumukha ring AKAP. Meron ba kayong masabi tungkol sa SLP, halimbawa, yung Sustainable Livelihood, cash grant din po yan. At alam din natin, yung iba't ibang nakalista rito, yung Kalahi Seeds, yung iba't ibang Tarabasa Tutoring, marami po rito na sinasabi na halos ganun din, cash grant din.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Ipagbabawal rin ba ninyo ito o maliwanag na yung guidelines kaya tuloy-tuloy lamang?
Una po, Madam Chair, wala pang guidelines kami sa kasalukuyan and therefore we are going to review the guidelines to be submitted by DSWD. At kaya po napakagandang opportunity itong hearing so that the COMELEC will find out whether there is really a guidelines already.
Ibang programa to hindi ang AKAP?
Wala rin po naka-attach na mga guidelines. That's the reason why po.
Exempt na raw ninyo to eh.
Yes, Madam Chair.
You accepted it without any awareness of the program or its implementation po?
Yes, Madam Chair. Subject to the submission of the guidelines for the implementation of these programs, Madam Chair.
Have you received guidelines for all 27 programs?
Wala pa po, Madam Chair.
So,
kaya po, this will become effective, the exemption, at least yung first batch, as contained in the December 19 request, if the guidelines should be submitted to the Commission.
I recall nung ako'y nasa local government, nasa LGU, ang continuing program, sinahayaan ng COMELEC na tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang pamimigay. Kapag election, exempted talaga yan. Ano ang basehan para ma-exempt ang isang programa?
Kasi po, Madam Chair, as far as the COMELEC is concerned, when it comes to the implementation of certain programs, it is really the executive department that shall determine how and who should benefit. Hindi po para pakialaman po, Madam Chair, ng Commission. Kaya lang, we will have to see to it that it will not be used for purposes of electioneering or abuse of state resources in order to promote the candidacy of a candidate. Kaya po dun nga po sa aming conditions, isa sa mga conditions namin, at total sinabi rin naman ng kalihim ng DSWD, that there should be no politicians or candidates during the distribution of the ayuda. Nilagay din po natin yun as one of the condition. But of course, the meat of everything is the implementation. That's the reason why, sabi natin, baka pwede na during the distribution of all of these ayuda programs, present ang local COMELEC namin so that the local COMELEC will be the one to report to us the compliance of the DSWD hanggang sa baba noong pong mga guidelines, yung mga conditions po na nilatag natin doon sa exemption.
Yes. Maraming salamat sa ating chair.